Got a few minutes? Shoot, I'm going to take them. I want to talk about tariffs. Here's some, I know there's been a lot going on about tariffs. I'm not happy with what's happening in the stock market. None of us are. It's been painful. I get it. But, the stock market is just a reflection of the United States economy. And the American economy is the strongest economy in all of human history. And at this moment today, the current state of our economy is the best in the world vis-a-vis the other 195 countries in the world. You want to trade places with China? Not me. Not me. China's property market imploded. Their youth unemployment is over 20%. Consumer expectations in China are on a journey to the center of the earth. They're reporting 5% growth, which is not true. They have a deflation. Their prices are going down. You know why? Because their economy's so bad. I wouldn't trade places with the European Union. America's economy is much stronger than theirs. I wouldn't trade places with Canada. I'm not saying I'm happy that the Canadian economy is in the doldrums. I'm just saying that today, the American economy, despite the stock market, is the strongest right now in the world. Still, I'm not happy with what's happened in the market. It's been very, very painful. But if you believe in the American economy, then you have to believe in the stock market, and you have to believe that the stock market will recover, and I think it will. That's point one. Point two, any fair-minded person would have to conclude that Donald J. Trump is tough as a boot. Whether you like him or not, the man's tough as a boot. Whether you agree with him or disagree with him, we would not be in the position that we in America are right now but for him. And what is that position? There are 195 countries in the world. 70% of them are begging the president to negotiate a deal through which they can lower their trade barriers.
We're hearing reports of 5% growth out of Europe. Sounds great, right? But here's the truth. That number's smoke and mirrors. The reality is deflation. Prices are falling, not because of innovation, but because demand is collapsing. Their economy isn't strong, it's struggling. I wouldn't trade places with the EU or Canada, and that's not to bash our neighbors, it's just the facts. America's economy, despite a rocky stock market, is the strongest in the world today. And here's the kicker. If you believe in the American economy, you have to believe in its recovery. Let's talk about the man who shook up the system. President Donald J. Trump. Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying one thing. He's tough as a boot, and he put America in a position of leverage. Under Trump, 70 out of 195 countries have come to the negotiating table. Why? Because they knew the game was rigged. Trade barriers, tariffs, manipulation, and Trump called it out, loudly, and it worked.
Any fair-minded person would have to conclude that Donald J. Trump is tough as a boot. Whether you like him or not, the man's tough as a boot. Whether you agree with him or disagree with him, we would not be in the position that we in America are right now but for him. And what is that position? There are 195 countries in the world. 70% of them are begging the president to negotiate a deal through which they can lower their trade barriers. Now we know, this is another thing every fair-minded person knows, that many foreign nations have used trade barriers to hurt Americans and to hurt the American economy. God created the world, but everything else was made in China. Where do you think that expression came from? It came from China cheating through its tariff barriers and its trade barriers. President Trump, whether you agree with him or not, has said, I'm going to do something about it, and he did. He did. And boy, did he get the attention of every other country, including but not limited to those countries that have been cheating. They are now coming to the table.
In the South, there's a saying, they've come to the lick log. It's what happens when people finally show up ready to do business. That's where we are right now. Countries from Vietnam to Taiwan are offering zero tariffs. The EU is considering it. Even China's watching closely. Trump was the pit bull who caught the car. Now the question is, what do we do with it? The answer is simple. Take the deal, shake hands, drop the tariffs. Let free trade actually mean free trade. Imagine this, 0 Canadian tariffs on American goods. 0 American tariffs on Canadian goods. Now imagine that everywhere. Good companies compete. The best products at the best prices win. That's capitalism. That's free enterprise. With the right deals in place, both our economy and the world's economy could roar.